What's up everyone, Alex here with AGV Auto. Welcome to the channel, and for today, welcome to the vlog. Now in my last video where I reviewed the TSP Stage 2 tune, I mentioned that my Aero Spec Racing badges finally arrived after a brutal 6-month wait. I had placed the order on February 26th, only expecting them about a month later because they are made to order and they do take a little while. And then the company got backed up with more orders, so that delayed manufacturing. And then this whole COVID thing hit, so that really slowed down the process. But anyway, here we are 6 months later, and I'm glad I finally have them. I've been dying to see what they look like because you can only see them online unless you know someone that actually has them in person. Now enough talking, let's go ahead and open these bad boys up. And here we go guys, moment of truth. All right, package nice. Oh my gosh. These things are so badass. Now I don't know how well you guys can see it in the camera there, but the carbon fiber on this is just absolutely insane. All right guys, so now that we got them open, I'm not gonna install them just yet because I'm gonna head over to my buddy Brian's house so that he can give us some tips and tricks and walk us through the process of ceramic coating them. Now because they are carbon fiber, I want to protect them as much as I can, especially from the sunlight. I figured he's the best person to take care of them because he is an owner of a detail shop here in South Florida called Starco Detail. And for all my Florida peeps watching this, make sure you hit him up for all your detailing and coating needs. Now this is the first time I've ever actually had something ceramic coated, so I'm not really sure what to expect or what the process is like. I was planning on coating my gram lights, but I was just so eager at the time to just get them mounted, and before I knew it, one of them got the tiniest ding from road debris, so that just really discouraged me, and I just said the hell with them and I just kept them mounted. Now you'd think that's even more of a reason to get them coated, but I didn't. But for now, enjoy this time lapse and I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright guys, so I just arrived at Brian's place. Let's go ahead and get these things coated. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start the process now. So first a little rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, so the main thing, I mean, versus like a car paint surface or anything like that, it obviously needs to be clean, so we don't need to do soap and water and all that things like that. But normally on a ceramic process, we would do like a strip wash is what we call it. So we use a Civic soap that removes old wax and things like that, because we need the surface to be as bare as possible so that the ceramic adheres. So these are brand new, obviously, so we don't need to do that.
Right.
We're on a small scale, so we just use rubbing alcohol just to basically clean up the surface as much as possible to get anything, fingerprints or oil or anything like that on there. Okay. And once that's clean and we feel comfortable with that, then we can go straight into doing the coating. Normally on a paint, we need to make sure that the surface is defect-free. So that's where we do like all the polishing, because once the ceramic's on, that's it. It's almost like a glass coating over top of it, so we can't go back and fix all those swirls and scratches, so we have to do it before we do the coating. But simple, small things like this, we don't need to do that, so we can literally go straight into doing it.
And obviously the more layers you add, the longer it's gonna last, right? Or does it depend by the coating?
It really depends on the coating. Some coatings require multiple layers in order to just to achieve its basic protection. Some you apply one layer and it'll tell you like just that one layer will give you a certain amount of time frame as far as durability goes. Alcohol doesn't take very long to dry, so this should be ready to go. The biggest thing is I take about 30 seconds just to mix this up. It's been sitting in there for a little while. Okay. After it's mixed, then on a flat surface, a lot of them come with these applicator blocks or something like that, or like a foam block. Usually would wrap it around so we get a nice flat surface so we can go over it. But because this has a lot of texture or a lot of the hills and valleys with it, I just like to wear gloves and then basically just drip it on. This stuff goes very far. Most ceramics, you only need a handful of drops and it'll spread, so you don't need to saturate this whole entire thing. So I'll basically just put a handful of drops on here just to get a nice like line like that to get it started. And then we can start coating. So most of the ceramics, once you let it sit, maybe 1 to 2 minutes, if that. It obviously depends on your temperature or humidity. So depending on the conditions, it may flash faster. Some products flash faster.
Which right now is pretty damn humid.
Right now it's like we're inside of a sauna.
Yeah, you get it spread nice and evenly.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the main thing, is just even coating about 24 hours, and then it's good to go outside in the elements, and then you don't wash it for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So you can rinse things here and there, or like spot, if you get something on it, but you really don't want you to wash it for about 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
And then after that, you're good to go. So we should be good now. So use a clean microfiber, and then all we're doing is just wiping off the excess, just polishing it out.
So now this is what they look like in the sunlight, guys. Damn, this thing is shining. Jeez. Which is gonna look good. So we have the old Type R badges there. That's gonna be replaced, and looks like it's gonna be a really nice fit with the HFP lip there, the red. So I can't wait to throw these on. All right, guys, now before we install them, there really isn't a specific way to go ahead and throw them on. It's just all about finding the right angles that kind of tug on the Type R badges that are already on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try and get these off as best as I can. So here we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put some gloves on so that way I don't smudge them all up when I'm trying to install them. Alright guys, now as far as the tools that I'm using, you can obviously see that these are the Acuity pig tools that you can buy directly from them. And I also do have a set of Husky pig tools here that are metal, just in case the plastic doesn't work out. So first I'm going to go ahead and start off with the plastic tools. Alright guys, so I got a pretty good grip underneath it now, so we're going to go ahead and just push it through and just hope that it pops off now. As you can see, there is some 3M still stuck on here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and peel that off as much as I can, and then we'll be ready to slap on the Aero Spec badge. And here we go. So one thing that I want to mention before I attempt this is that you want to go ahead and try and get it in one shot, so that way you don't have to keep moving it around, because if not, the 3M tape is gonna mess up here. Guys, I cannot begin to tell you how sick this looks. So it really complements that HFP look, and the red is almost identical. So now that the front is all said and done, let's go ahead and move on to the rear. Alright guys, so as you can tell, the badge is now on. Now I did have to touch it up here around the edges with some of the wrap, because as I was removing it, it did dig into it a little bit, but it looks great now. Alright guys, and just like that, they're officially on the car. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the purchase. I really love them, especially because there's something a little different from your typical Type R badges. If you think I should raffle off the Type R badges, just let me know down in the comments and I'll try and work some things out for you guys. Overall, the install was about a 3 out of 10. The front was a lot easier to take off than the rear. The rear did give me a little bit more issues because of the wrap, but it was still pretty simple. And like always, if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.